Gulf of Taranto. Very well, we will fight you. This is their transport fleet, which was going to try and sneak across here. Portugal's called for a crusade against Tunis. That's oddly nice of you, Portugal. Thank you. So first of all, we need to win the naval superiority, which we are doing. We stole a heavy! Hell yes! And it's on a lot of health. I'm not even on capture ships. This is just luck. And we have the crusade thing, which is morale of armies goes up. Manpower, prestige, papal influence, tax modifier. Speaking of papal influence, I have a bunch I could be spending. I'd kind of like to have a bit more mercantilism, I think. And I'm also going to send a diplomat to you. I'm going to send you home. I'm so sorry, but you're not going to escape that easily. Oh, no, 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 no. Although I probably do need to go and do some repairs fairly soon. We're actually taking remarkably little damage. We're absolutely bossing them at sea. War taxes, thank you. See, you guys always need to remind me because there's no pop-up. Loan offer from Genoa. No, I'm... from Genoa? Really? They might... Actually, yeah, Genoa is legitimately terrified of the Ottomans right now because that's all the land that they have left. Is mercantile worth 100 Diplo? I don't think so. Mercantile's nice. Like, generally, if there's an event or another source of getting mercantilism, then it rates really highly. But in terms of 100 Diplo, no. There are other things I'd rather spend that on, like development. Did I give Navarra coastline? No. They don't actually have one. Castile just loops in front of them. Did I say Navarra instead of Naples earlier? I might have. They do have a fairly decent admiral busy here. But he's not really been able to do very much against us. 17 galleys against our 32. They're just running away. I bet they have a fleet in here though. Protecting the strait. Yeah, I thought you might. Okay, so how likely is it that I can piece Tunis out? And they have a lot of war enthusiasm. In fact, everyone does. I think the blockades need to begin. Right, I'm not protecting my own crossing. Where are my trade ships? Let's put you in over there. And you need to go over here. So they have 17,000 Tunisians over there that I am going to need to go and fight. That's fine. We'll land in Granada, because they can't actually get to me. And they can't reinforce anymore. Neither of us will be able to cross once they've taken Gibraltar. Is that true? No, because... Yeah, it is true. Because Portugal owns the other side. Bit disappointed we didn't steal any transports. Speaking of stealing transports, let's go and steal some transports. Fortunately, my transports are going to be in a fight here. Not a very big one. It's 5 transports versus 5 transports. These 5 could reinforce. Nope, they ran away. Quite wise. Also, Catalonia can be... No, can't switch away. And you? Still can't because you're still coring, right? Yep. Who's what? To court. I don't know, Sid. I think it was a miner that... Oh, Tukort, yeah, it's these guys. They're a miner Berber. A Berber miner. Let's keep on shifting ships over there. Still only have 3 galleys, plus whatever they have over here. No, that's all light ships. So they really don't have the means to combat me at sea. So I think I'm going to continue with my plans to just blockade the Ottomans. And I kind of wish that the... left port again. Stop doing that. Oh, you probably want to try and flush out my transports. Which is a reasonable wish. Seeing as you are now stuck in Gibraltar. But I just keep on catching you. What I might actually do is leave this purposefully open and just let them keep coming across. Although Gibraltar is mountains, I really ought to stick a fort in Gibraltar. So basically Almira and Gibraltar, or Granada and Gibraltar. I need one. Because that's going to be a mountain fight. Yeah, I don't really want to let them escape. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and fight them. Alright, we're fighting in Gibraltar. Let's see what they're like. I've got a lot more morale than they do. Why is that? They're not behind in tech, are they? Miltech 7 versus my Miltech 8. They are. And apparently that mattered. Ooh, sank another heavy. Not another, but we sank a heavy. And what else do we know about the quality of their units? No real benefit there. They have Muslim troops. They can have more cavalry per infantry. So that's an expensive army that I've just stack wiped. Let's stand back in Malaga. So I think I'm going to set you back to protecting trade in... wrong place. Sevilla. And we're going to stand you back behind Malaga. With the express intention that they come into Malaga and try and siege it down every now and then. Wow, I would need even more ships to actually hold that. We're blockading more ports, so we're getting the ticking war score, and that ultimately is the goal of this war. So I'm okay with this. You know what? I should be using these guys to blockade, because they're super fast. That's what they're good at. I also have 200 ducats, which I was going to spend to upgrade Zaragoza. I remembered this can't do it at war. Will I take land now in North Africa now the coring costs have been removed? Probably not. Venice is giving me free money. They like the fact that I'm fighting the Ottomans for money. Like, they can appreciate a fellow greedy person's perspective on this. And we get half of that blockaded. Well, it's enough to start building things up. Right, yeah. If I had a single ship, like this one, and I could send it out here and steal Portugal's maps, because I still haven't done that. Release some of the Turkish miners to say, yeah, trade conflict, so I can't. This is purely for the money. Aragon gets decentralized ruling until 1514 unless Dolvalwad dies. Burkers gain, yeah, it's fine. And with the Burkers who have just gained the loyalty, I am going to say, yo! Pay up. And I am 1 military power away. So unfortunately I've just lost the development cost reduction. Oh well. Could improve Valencia. Let's do this by cost. I'm just going to go with the cheap places. That'll do. There is a chance that Cyprus will split away from Venice. Also, I never did scornfully insult Castile. Oh look, there's some lovely filth over there. Now Diplo's maxed out. So we should probably go and spend some of that. Although Diplo we do want to make sure we spend in the right place. Like Valencia is going to be extremely wealthy because Valencia is going to be producing spice. No, not spice, silk. Come on. You're going to be taking some absolutely enormous damage out here. Steel maps. I would love to know what you know about the American East Coast. Boop. Lovely. And then with that, you can just head back to port. So much cheaper than taking exploration for yourself. Unfortunately, they're not taking the bait of trying to cross again. We've improved relations with the Pope to the maximum. That's fine. I think I'm going to send someone to Navarra once again. Because if we can get our relations with Navarra to 190, then we can start to integrate them. And you're taking attrition where you're standing right now. I'd rather you didn't. And the transport made it safely home. So right now I don't necessarily need the transports over here, so we're going to send you there. And speed for this, because now it's just a waiting game while we wait until I can steal their money. You know what? Tunis would actually be relatively easy to piece out. I'm wondering if I want to blockade Tunis rather than the Ottomans. Because I could make a fair amount of money out of Tunis too. Problem is, I don't think that war score is going to tick up against them. Well, actually, it won't count against them, so I won't be able to use war score to bludgeon them into submission, but I can totally just piece them out, and that war score will have built up irredeemably against the Ottomans. So even if I'm not right now blockading the Ottomans, I can still definitely go after them. And in fact, the Ottomans have just left port, so I should probably do something about this. Naples lost their fleet, unfortunately. Oh, just stole another galley. That's very good of them. Still not trying to cross over there, which is very unfortunate. Let's group you. Detach. Although it's really the light ships I want to leave behind. Also, it looks like Morocco and Tunis are fighting right now. Oops, wrong way around. If I can leave my transports and my lights protecting the coast here, then I will do so. So let's deselect you, group you. Can I leave? I can. Right, those were the lights. Leave you behind. Wrong ships. There we go. Alright, so the whole Tunisian coast is now blockaded. Their war exhaustion is going to ratchet up. And also because they're at war with Morocco, they're more likely to just want to peace out, just straight up, because stop hurting me reasons. Also, it is... Shit, I've wasted a bunch of innovativeness because it's September already. Oops. And I could totally get better units. Right, so, decision time. Reformed Gallo-like infantry would be more shock damage, but very little morale. Landsknecht have a morale damage resist, which would be very good because morale has been a problem for me. And then we have Condotta, which do a little bit of extra shock, but they're also a little more defensive than Gallo-like. So Gallo-like is basically what you go for if you have loads of manpower and you just want to hurt people. And you have lots of morale to resist that. Condotta is if you have a shortage of manpower, but your morale is okay. And then Landsknecht is if you just want to go full out defensive, which is what we're doing. I don't win battles on land. I win them at sea. I mean, wars. Your fleet keeps on detaching. I really want to try and catch you. Which you've let me do. Seriously? Alright. Thank you very much for your gift. I'm still somewhat surprised that worked, but I'll take it. So we basically need to wait for Tunis to go to low. Oh, okay. Here comes the Ottoman army. That's a bad thing. So what I'm going to need to do is grab one of you. We'll take the damaged ship and park you in the straits. Well, no. We're going to grab that one ship and we're going to park, well, yes. We're going to park you in Malaga. Because I do want to let them cross one at a time. And I can do admin as well, you're quite correct. Thank you. Though institutions are still causing problems. Institutions are spreading to France. Once France has them, they'll spread freely to me. And we also have government reform. So, we need to decide whether we want the cheaper advisors, which I'll remind you will mean 35% cheaper advisors, which is pretty good. But it does increase the Berber's influence, which with the way I play could be dangerous. We could get nobles of the robe, which will mean cheaper leader costs. I feel like just having cheaper advisors will mean that you run better advisors, which means more monarch points long term. Or the administrative free policy, which right now is pointless because we have no administrative policies anyway. So I think we're going to take the meritocratic recruitment, though we could definitely change that in the future. So even though we're running a level 5 merchant, without the 50% off, this is just through the bonuses that we have. Well connected, minus 20%. Oh, hell yes! Nushi is even cheaper advisors. I'm actually semi-tempted to upgrade you to a level 4. I think that would be pushing it a little. Also, we can definitely afford this now. And we now have level 9, so we can start building caravels rather than barks. And we also have money. Are there any manufactories we could start getting? There are. Do we want to start working on these yet? It feels really early. But marketplaces don't really benefit us. Shipyards would. Shipyards means more naval force limit. Let's get some more shipyards going. Alright, Tunis is on medium, so Tunis will want out sooner rather than later. No, hang on. I know what I need to do. I need you to get a fort. I also need you to get a fort when we have the money for it. Must not forget to do that. Those forts are kind of critical. Ottomans have turned around and gone home. Apparently. So who's actually fighting here? It's just Tunis versus Morocco. Is Morocco fighting the Ottomans? Nope, just Tunis. Oh dear. My amazing ruler just died. He was only 40? Curses. It looks like the Ottomans are very much going home. Oh well. Iberian wedding. Ferdinand II, King of Aragon, was married to the Princess Isabella of Castile in Valladolid in 1469. This was a marriage of political opportunism, not romance. The court of Aragon dreamed of a return to Castile, and Isabella needed help to gain succession to the throne. The marriage initiated a dark and troubled life in which Ferdinand fought on the Castilian and Aragon fronts in order to impose his authority over the noble oligarchies, shifting his basis of support from one kingdom to the other according to the intensity of the danger. Despite the political nature of the union, he loved Isabella sincerely. Many considered Ferdinand the saviour of the kingdoms, a bringer of unity. Others despised him, having oppressed them. Machiavelli attributed to him the objectionable qualities of the Renaissance prince. So I can make Castile a junior partner, but I already said I did not want to do this. So I'm going to say, let us marry a local talent instead. Which gets me a 625 consort, even though I am 4 years old. And one stability. I'm going to get so much abuse on YouTube for choosing this. I know I am. But I said already, I want a strong Castile. I want a strong rival near us so that I don't snowball. And just taking Spain right now would just be easy mode. Castile is now considered a great power. Don't see why. Wait, did they overtake me for that? Oh no, I'm 6th. I probably overtook England, actually, thinking about it. Now, I'm not far off overtaking France. Just need a tiny bit more territory than I would. Crimea's on medium. Why is Crimea on medium? Guess I'm just hurting trade, just generally. And I still very much want to move into some of these islands. I mean, this one, Barbados, would have been really nice, but I feel like they took that one a while ago. One more idea group away, and then I could get expansion if I really wanted. It does add more trade stuff. It would give me 2 colonists, so I could become really quite colonial. Or I could take exploration, which is another diplo. What's expansion policies like? Expansion quality is extra fire. Expansion maritime is naval force limit, which could be good. Expansion trade is even more trade steering. So we could just double down on the amount of trade steering we're getting. As opposed to exploration, which is settler increase in colonial with plutocratic, which I can't get because we're aristocratic. Settler increase with admin, which is unlikely. Global naval engagement with naval is a good one. Native assimilation with humanist, though not hugely likely to get humanist. Could get privateer efficiency with offensive and durability. Yeah, I think we're going to go expansion. I wasn't going to go colonial, but I think I will now. Idea variation also has buildings you can make to make it cheaper to develop. Hard to develop places, so like one thing is land clearing of forests. That's good. Alright, so Tunis is now on low. So we can go on over to Tunis and say, hey, about that money you wanted to pay me, I will accept it. Though apparently they really don't want to pay me very much. Right, that's because they are currently doing the war reps. I'd actually rather you paid me money than war reps. So I can do this again. Soon. Let's do this again soon. Alright, so that's you out of this war. So now I can turn my wrath towards the Ottomans. Or even Crimea. Crimea would be very easy to block. And thanks to the fact that I have naval basing from Venice, it would be easy to get to you.